Hello there, this is Graham with the Novlog, and welcome to my review of Krennic's Imperial Shuttle, set number 75156. Before we get started, let's take a quick look at the price. This set retails for $90 US and comes with 863 pieces, giving it a price per piece of about 10 cents. For a set of this size and caliber, especially one that contains so many influential minifigures, I'd call this a good deal. Let's get started by taking a look at the minifigures, and up first we'll go with Director Krennic, as this is his set. Krennic is one of the rare, if not the rarest, Rogue One minifigures at this time. Both his dark tan hairpiece and his flat silver blaster have only come in one other set in each of their respective colors. His white cape is a first in this new, softer fabric that LEGO's been using. I was disappointed to see that he did not get a double-sided face, and his legs were left unprinted. I feel like this should have been a given his role in the movie. Now, 2 Death Troopers are included in this set, which is really cool. Getting multiples of any kind of a Star Wars trooper is a huge plus. They each feature a new helmet mold, as well as newly printed pauldrons. The detail on the helmet is absolutely phenomenal and a real tribute to LEGO's molding machines. Both of them use the standard clone/stormtrooper head, though it's sadly not in its double-sided version. If some of you are wondering, there is a difference between these Death Troopers than the ones included in the new battle pack. These ones get that pauldron, and they feature different printing. Now on to Bodhi Rook. He uses the same samurai-like hairpiece of his fellow Star Wars character Kanan Jarrus, which is the piece's 4th usage, the only difference being Bodhi's comes in black. His head is double-sided and has become a personal favorite of mine. This is partially due to the rarity of the color, but I also really like the expression of the non-goggled side. I do wish LEGO would have included the Imperial symbol on the shoulder area of each of his arms, since he's still wearing his Imperial pilot uniform in the movie, and like Krennic, his pants were left unprinted. He's included with a backpack that represents the coil of cord he carried on Scarif in the climax of the film. It's a simple 6-piece edition, significantly scaled down from the one in the movie. I find LEGO's idea to use the 1x1 round stud with a hole in the middle to represent the coiled cord to be especially clever. K2SO is a terrific character in Rogue One, and his minifigure follows suit. The new mold that makes up his head and torso is worthy of applause. LEGO captured the littlest of details in printing. And accurate to the film, he stands higher than other minifigures. I feel like the biggest drawback for this minifigure is his arms. They just feel too battle droidy. I wish LEGO would have used one similar to those of General Grievous to create a smoother look. Poe definitely claims the title of being the most unique minifigure of the set, as well as the first of his species in LEGO form. I gotta say, LEGO did a fantastic job with his hat. They were able to create a cloth-like appearance while still using plastic. He comes with an incredibly detailed, double-sided head, which I can honestly say I've never seen one like it before in LEGO. Now let's take a look at the interior of the shuttle. Now you never actually see the shuttle in the movie, so this may have just been left up to the designer's interpretation. I'm going to pull the right wing down, up at the top, up at the side, and voila, the interior of the shuttle. Here we have some cool stickers representing the lighting that are used on most anything Imperial. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like with some minifigures in here. See, the first guy gets a much comfier seat and a little computer screen, which is a one-of-a-kind sticker. And this guy just gets to sit back here and watch his buddy. Perhaps he can console himself that he's much closer to the weapons storage. If things go south, he'll be one of the survivors. Now, I have to be honest, I highly doubt Krennic flew himself in the movie, but I still find his seat to be a very fun addition to the set. Now, one of my biggest concerns was I felt like his cape was going to get squished every time the minifigure was put down, but the designers took this into account and designed a small gap between the bottom and the back of the seat so that when you slide him in, his cape goes right down in there and not under him. I have to commend the designers of this set as they aced this triangular shape. Just look at these clean lines all throughout the ship. Now here's the only spot in the whole thing that has any sort of a gap. What was super cool too is they kept these 2 flaps here locked in place by simply using small black brackets. These are attached to the flaps, and when they slide in and you put down the canopy, it locks over them, making it harder to pull them out, so they're not always just coming out when you're playing with it. Here we have a front view of the ship. We pull up the canopy and pull this flap up. We now get a view of the inside of the ship. This is probably the only view where you can actually see what the ship looks like when it's all closed up. LEGO did an excellent job fitting it all together. So my purpose in this is just to show off the little ramp here, which pretty much can only be used by these 2 front passengers. The ramp It's nothing really special, but it was still a fun addition to the set. And looks pretty cool when landed, as you can see here. Alright, let's take a look at the back of the ship. I think the technique used to create these angled engines is probably the best of the set. So you can see here the designers laid 2 jumper plates and 1 2x2 round tile with a hole in the middle. Then, using these gray pieces, which I do not know the name of, you can put it on perfectly. So perfect that they line up to a T with the tile beneath it. Now we can open up this panel and have a look at the weapons storage. Now we already added some blasters in here for reference. We have a long one and a short one. Long ones are only going to work in the 2 inner slots, but shorter ones or blaster pistols could work on all 4 or the outer ones. I do find it funny that even though 5 minifigures can sit inside the ship, only 4 slots are available, making it so one guy's just going to have to hold his own gun. And now I just want to say a few things about the wings of this set. I'm not a big fan of their undersides. I wish LEGO would have done a little more to fill them in using wedge plates and other filler plates, because right now it just feels a bit gappy. However, on the upper side of the wing, I think they did a great job. They used the same tile and plate feel that the rest of the ship has going, so it gives it a very overall cohesive feel. So here we have the fin of the ship, and I just kind of want to highlight the building process. Now, as you can see in the picture coming through now, most of this consists of just 1x1 bricks with the hole through the center and Technic beams. This allows you to push rods through the whole fin all the way up, creating a very sturdy connection. I also wanted to show how strongly it was connected to the ship itself. So here, you first just clip it into these 2 bricks. So now you just start connecting rods. You start off by 1 here in the back, all the way in. This guy in the front, which serves double duty as he also connects the cockpit canopy. Then we put in Krennic's seat, like so. And finish things out with these 2 guys. One there, and the other one right there. Now, this connection is so sturdy that I usually just pick the ship up just by the top of the fin. Now we're taking a look at the landing gear of the ship. If you have the ship sitting on a hard wood or something else with a nice smooth surface, it'll probably stay upright whether you have the landing gear on or not. But if it's on carpet or something else with less support, it's pretty necessary. Now, LEGO included a buffer on both sides so you don't have to adjust it yourself. You either just have it down or up. They're a fairly simple design, but I really like LEGO's use of the helicopter rails.
And here the ship is in all its glory. Just wanted to show you guys how impressive it looked when in flight mode. Even for a guy who doesn't really play with his sets, I had a blast flying this thing around after it was built.
And finally, I just want to give my concluding thoughts on this set. Had I gotten this set when I was younger and in my set buying heyday, it would have gone to the top of the podium. It's a fun one to build, clearly quite impressive when finished, and includes several play features. I can certainly say that LEGO did not choke on their aspirations for this one. Thank you so much for watching this review. If you'd like to see some other cool LEGO videos, check out the rest on the Novolog channel. This is Graham, signing off.